Good evening, Mr. President and members of the Council. For the record, my name is Eliza Cox. I'm an attorney with the firm of Nutter, McLennan & Fish, and I've handed out a letter that my client has written, which I would like to read into the record. There are extra copies for all of you to read along. The letter is dated today and addressed to Council President Chirigotis. As you may be aware, the Massachusetts Department of Transportation, at its September 7th Board of Directors meeting, approved the request of reimbursement grant for the Barnstable Municipal Airport expansion project in excess of $13 million. However, the approval was made under the express condition that any litigation related to the Wendy's property be finally resolved before the state will reimburse the airport for any money spent on the new terminal. In so conditioning its approval, the Mass DOT recognized the risks associated with the expenditure of public funds on the construction of a project whose approvals have been appealed and which are the subject of a court case pending at the Massachusetts Land Court. Despite this conditional approval of the reimbursement grant, the Barnstable Municipal Airport has stated unequivocally that construction shall continue, and it has been reported that the BMA intends to use other public funds to which it has access or control while it attempts to settle this litigation. The Town Council should be aware that although the Land Court has allowed for an accelerated discovery schedule, unless this matter can be resolved by the parties, it will go to trial. And based on the Land Court's current caseload, together with the possibility of a subsequent appeal, it could be several years before the litigation is fully resolved. The BMA has admittedly already spent in excess of $11 million and plans to spend an additional $30 million, of which at least $13 million will not be reimbursable unless and until the litigation is either settled or fully adjudicated. The BMA must be held accountable to the residents of the town of Barnstable, and it should not be permitted to gamble public taxpayer monies by irresponsibly proceeding with the construction of a project that does not have final approvals and which is the subject of pending litigation. As an elected official, it is incumbent upon you to protect the interests of the taxpayers of Barnstable. Accordingly, the Town Council should direct the Town Manager to order the BMA to cease construction immediately. And it's signed by my client, Gregory Batsavalis, manager of Botsini Prime, LLC. What I wanted to do, and this isn't in the letter, but just very briefly provide you with a little bit of background that I think is helpful context. As you may or may not be aware, there's a 3-year history to this matter. In 2007, Botsini Prime, LLC appealed the airport's original Cape Cod Commission approval. Subsequently, the parties entered into a written settlement agreement confirming the necessary traffic improvements for the project. Because of that settlement agreement, Botsini Prime voluntarily dismissed the 2007 appeal, and that dismissal allowed this project to move forward over the last 3 years.
Counsel, if you could, you're at 3 minutes, if you could get through.
Sure,
Thank you.
I'm almost done. The only reason that the parties are in this current position is because the airport and the Cape Cod Commission breached the terms of that 2007 settlement agreement by significantly changing the traffic patterns, and that is the subject of the appeal that's before the Land Court. Thank you for your time.